My original name is Temujin. I was born in 1162 near Lake Balakan, Mongolian, and I was a Mongolian warrior and ruler and one of the most famous conquerors of history, who consolidated tribes into a unified Mongolia, and then extended my empire across Asia to the Adriatic Sea. I was a warrior and a ruler of genius who started from obscure and insignificant beginnings, brought all the nomadic tribes of Mongolia under the rule of myself and my family in a disciplined military state. I then turned my attention toward the settled people beyond the borders of my nomadic realm, and began a series of campaigns of plunder and conquest that eventually carried the Mongolian armies as far as the Adriatic Sea in one direction and the Pacific coast of China in the other, leading to the establishment of the Great Mongolian Empire. With powerful allies and a force of my own, I routed the Mirkit with the help of a strategy of which I used regularly to scotch the seeds of future rebellion. I tried never to leave an enemy in my rear. Years later, before attacking China, I would first make sure that no nomad leader survived to stab me in the back. Not long after the destruction of the Mirkit, I treated the nobility of the Jurchen clan in the same way. These princes, supposedly my allies, had profited from my absence on a raid against the Tatars. To plunder my property, I exterminated the clan nobility and took the common people as my own soldiers and servants. When my power had grown sufficiently for me to risk a final showdown with the formidable Tatars, I first defeated them in a battle and slaughtered all those taller than the height of a cart axe. My military genius could adapt itself to rapidly changing circumstances. Initially, my troops were exclusively cavalry, riding the hardy grass-fed Mongolian pony that needed no fodder. With such an army, other nomads could be defeated, but cities could not be taken. Yet before long, the Mongols were able to undertake the siege of large cities. Using Mongolianist catapults, ladders, burning oil, and so forth, and even diverting rivers, it was only gradually through contact with men from the more settled states that I came to realize that there were more sophisticated ways of enjoying power than simply raiding, destroying, and plundering. It was a minister of the Khan of the Nami, the last important Mongolian tribe to resist me. It was only after the war against the Muslim Empire of Khawarizm in the region of the Amu-Darya and Sapir-Darya, probably in the late 1222, that I learned from Muslim advisors the meaning and importance of towns. And it was another advisor formerly in the service of the Jin Emperor who explained to me the uses of peasants and craftsmen as producers of taxable goods. I intended to turn the cultivated fields of northern China into grazing lands for my horses. The great conquests of the Mongols, which would transform them into a world power, were still to come. China was the main goal. I first secured my western flank by a tough campaign against the Tangut Kingdom of Aksana, a northwestern border state of China, then fell upon the Jin Empire of northern China in 1211. For the Mongols against their own people, fields and gardens were laid waste, and irrigation works destroyed as I pursued my implacable vengeance against the royal house of Khawarizm. I finally withdrew in 1223 and did not lead in my armies into war again until the final campaign against Zayan in 1226 to 1227. I died on August 18th, 1227.